Yeah. This week we got Strawberry Class number 1 tournament is coming up. Final registration for early registration for early bird registration is due April the 6th. That is this Saturday. Now the number next is a green stripe.
Green stripe!
We're testing evaluating for green stripes in class today. Now, let me have AOA 10 jump. Yes, can I read it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
White 3 yellow toy down there with Miss Hearn right on that too. Everybody else line on the wall. On the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Let me have get out here, Nancy, Maddie. Let's go with Olivia and Andy, why not? Help me out, Simon. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Mike, go to that one. Eyes on who? Awesome. Let me have Nancy stand all the way up. She's got her guard position. Bouncing on her toe. You slip this on your front stick with her back leg once, twice, 3 times. You go back in line. Good. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Stop, Rico.
What was that, sir?
You just press mute for a second or pause or something like so I can talk. What's going on? Is there someone doing a private lesson on the side?
No, we split this class. So this class, the white and yellow belt students, there's one side of the floor and gold belts and above are on the other side of the floor.
Okay. Cool. What are your thoughts so far, like watching yourself?
So far, class looks strong. They're getting into the skill drill moving quickly. The only thing I could have done a little bit better is there was some stuttering when I gave the announcement for the tournament in class. I could have given that announcement a little bit smoother.
From my perspective, I didn't notice that at all. I thought it was very clear. So I mean, obviously good to be self-critical, but just, from my point of view, I thought it was very clear. Maybe like turn to the parents more so they hear it because they're really the ones signing up instead of just like for the kids. So I think maybe look at that, and then I would have them do something in line here while they're waiting in line, like jogging or doing something. That's the only other thing I would add here. But the energy has been out of control since you first started there, yelling.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You can do it. Raging at you,
You like doing and they're in line?
What'd you say?
Do you have certain things you like doing while they're in line, like in general, like while they're waiting?
A lot of times I try to give them to be in a sparring or an energy mode or something that's more martial arts directed to the drill. I've been trying to get away from doing just exercise in line because I want it to be more martial arts specific, if that makes sense. But it's something I could do a better job of having them do something when they're in line.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
One thing I could have done a better job of, I didn't see it in the video, but I know it from the class. We had a student who got onto the floor. He's on the spectrum, and he's been training with us for like 3 or 4 years, but he came in late. And because I was splitting the lines more, because I went from 2 lines to 3 lines, I didn't give him feedback on, hey, this is what we're doing. So when he got to the front of the line, he was actually doing what the other class was doing. I caught him, I think, the second time he came through, but I should have taken him through that before I started splitting the lines.
Okay. Good point. Let's skip to the next drill. Yeah, here we go.
We're going to split into what you're going to do with your partner back and forth the entire presentation. One person's going to go, their partner's going to give them feedback. They're going to be the one thing they can do they did really well and one thing that they can make better. Here's the deal. If they come up and they go, that's not helping them get better, right? What it is, we help film, they can do better. We also want to give them something where they can see where we're actually going to help each other. The judges at tournament, judge number 1 is looking for that performance. How big is your presentation? They're also looking at the intensity, energy that you have. And they're going to look for judge, right? Judge number 2 over here, they're looking for accuracy. Can you do the right thing the right word? Technical, like, is that round Number 2, snap, teammate, that top and strike, right? And play the strength of your stances. Who your highest leaders? Balance with the words, and then Tristan. Back for your partners, go!
For this section of the class, I spend a lot of time coming on and off the floor. I'm actually talking with parents about their child as they're watching them do the bow and the presentation for the tournament.
Great.
The reason why I chose to do that is I've got the kids, they're giving each other feedback. I already watched on Monday, and this was working really, really well, where the kids were giving each other positive feedback and they were having fun and engaged with that practice. And so it gave me the opportunity to talk with parents about, hey, this is where your child is right now. This is what they can work on for the tournament. But also, like the student who's on the spectrum, I got a chance to talk with his mom about, sometimes I know he gets in his own head. He gets very nervous, or he's scared of things, or he's upset. But watching him have this, like he had the bowing and the presentation. Was it perfect? No. There's always places he can improve. However, that was an amazing thing for him to just be able to do in a small group like this. Like that was a huge step for him. And it gave me some time to just like spend time talking with, I think I talked with 5 of the students' families in the lobby while this is going on back and forth.
Cool. I love that. And they are doing a good job helping each other. Like they're really paying attention and engaged. The kid, the green belt on the right, like he seems like he's gonna get it.
Oh, he's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's gonna get a first place. His kicks are good. All right, let's keep going here.
Let's see, we spent a decent amount of time here. The next thing that this happens is I do for this group, I have them sit down, I give them some feedback about what I was watching while I was giving talking to parents. So the big thing all my students are working on is the snap and the kick. The next thing that I did was have them switch partners. So now that helps make it so the energy increases. They're having more fun with it. They're starting to warm up to it more. And also they're getting feedback from a different set of eyes. So I'll skip over that as well, because that's an identical drill. We switch partners at least twice. Boom, boom, boom.
Overall, how are you feeling about their whole tournament? Like now that you're watching it, do you feel like this is working really well?
This has been working great. I've been loving how it's felt for the energy of classes, parents being engaged in the lobby, watching the kids. This has been great.
Awesome.
Everybody in my team, sit, line up, avoid that line. I'm going to explain this too heavily, but what you guys are going to do, we're going to practice if you were presenting, and I was the judge. I would be 2 judges here. I'm going to pretend I'm the head judge. The key that's going to be doing this. The key for what we're going to be doing is this. We want to give a full presentation. I'm now going to be the one giving you the feedback. So I'm one of the kinds of people that we judge that we're listening to. The one thing I want to remind everyone, I know you got this is about as many people who be around the tournament. We're going to move a little bit fast. But here's the thing. I am your head judge, and I see you talking to people while sitting in line. I probably will score you differently. If you're treating other people without the respect that they deserve, I have a problem with that. And if I ask other people to respect you when you're up here as competitors, when you go watch other people competing, I want you to show them the exact same thing. It's very hard for me to help ask people to show you respect. You guys don't. Anyone of the volunteers come up first.
Can you turn up a little bit? I want to hear your sign here.
Yeah, I can bring it back as well.
This is about as many people doing this. I'm going to explain this too heavily, but what you guys are going to do, we're going to practice if you were presenting, and I was the judge. I would be 2 judges here. I'm going to pretend I'm the head judge. The key that's going to be doing this. The key for what we're going to be doing is this. We want to give a full presentation. I'm now going to be the one giving you the feedback. So I'll be one of the kinds of people that we judge that we're listening to. The one thing I want to remind everyone, I know you got this is about as many people who be around the tournament. We're going to move a little bit fast. But here's the thing. If I am your head judge, and I see you talking to people while sitting in line, I probably will score you differently. If you're treating other people without the respect that they deserve, I have a problem with that. And if I ask other people to respect you when you're up here as competitors, when you go watch other people competing, I want you to show them the exact same thing. It's very hard for me to help ask people to show you respect. You guys don't do it. Anyone of the volunteers come up first. Come on.
Hello, judges. I'm Emma. I'm going to ask a question. Judges, let's please begin.
Sir.
Thank you, judges. Jump, cross, uppercut, broken, triple broken, double broken.
1933, the rabbits revolted and took over the world. You have no idea. But if I act like there's a mistake, you're gonna know. But if I keep going and doing my best, I'm not saying like do your best all the way through. Don't give it that stop. I might not even notice things. Here's it.
Hello, judges. My name is Nathan Pearson. I go to Ashton Run, Matt Laurel. Judges, may I please begin? Thank you, judges. Jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut, round kick, jumping round kick, backline round kick.
Freezing the hammer kicks is strong. I want you to think about the body and imagine that person really fighting. You need to see a different combination. There's like a big difference between things. The difference. That second one was come on, Paul. Shit!
Hello, judges. My name is Tristan Sheehan. I go to Ashton Karate, Matt Laurel. Judges, may I please begin? Thank you, judges. Asa, asa.
You're out, Paul. So I was watching you were doing your part. I watched you working, snapping out those kicks. In this last time, and this was the really fun. So,
Do you think the other kids get bored watching this? Or you think they stay engaged?
Does depend, like some students, if there's a challenge, then yes. But a lot of them have been picking up, like you'll see students start to respond, like I'm giving feedback to this student up front, but they're doing the things, like I know they're all like working on the same thing. They're reacting to the feedback that's given,
Okay, great.
right? Like they're there for it. It also helps give, so the entire first section, there's limited feedback that I'm giving directly to them. But now the parents get to watch each student get individual feedback. And even more to it, they get to see how that feedback is given. So I'm also training the parents how to help their kids at home without them noticing.
I mean, everything you're saying obviously makes sense to us, and I agree with. I just want to make sure you think that they're not bored sitting on the side. Like obviously they're going to benefit from it, but as long as you think like the benefit outweighs whatever some kids might be bored, then it's worth it. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think it does, and like I wouldn't do this 2 weeks in a row, right? So this is the first week. We're doing this. We do this for 1 week, and the way, because we have the A/B day, like way the class is structured. So if they're here 2 days this week, and they're only here 2 days this week, they probably only go through this once. Where a student who's in now, Tristan, he was here, yes, he comes in 4 or 5 days a week right now. So he saw it twice. But on Thursday, Friday, we're going to be focusing on the striking form. We're going to be focused on combinations and self-defense. So now they're seeing something different. So they're going to be like, if they are having some of the downside, it's kind of, they're not getting stuck with, they're doing this all class all week, especially like we have Milan over here, the orange belt. He's in 6 days a week. So I have 2 or 3 students who they do like 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week. Well, the 6 days a week, I have 3. But those students, part of the benefit of having the curriculum split up that way has been, they're not, like I don't see them get bored in class as much, because I could see the students who are here 6 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was good. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they were kind of starting to like act out in class because they've seen it so many times.
Right. Yeah, like obviously I bring that up not because I think you did anything wrong. I'm just curious your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I genuinely, like I wouldn't do this more than 1 week in a row with this large of a group, because of that. But this is also very different from what they've seen in classes for the past 3, 4 weeks.
Right.
Olivia.
Hello, judges. My name is Olivia Cueto. I go to Action Karate Matt Laurel. Judges, may I please begin? Thank you, judges. Asa, cross, uppercut, asa, kick, shovel, round kick, asa, front kick. Asa.
to the house.
Theodore.
Hello, judges! My name is Nicholas Theodore. I go to Asher Brody, Mount Laurel. Judges, may I please begin? Thank you, judges.
Let's get the hype from extra.
And we go back to your partners. One to with your partner, one partner down 5 rounds. 10 seconds. Let's move. I need to be with a partner. I'll figure out the rest later. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
You're gonna see a really great moment where I had one student who I gave a direction to throw me a target. Then I had to turn immediately because another student was like running off, like I was addressing them, and I completely forgot I had said that, and he hits me right in the head.
Oh my god.
He did exactly what I asked him to do. Like that was 100% on me. I asked him to throw me a target. I proceeded to look directly away.
Oh, now I want to see that. This is exciting.
What was that, sir?
Now I want to see that. I'm excited. I love seeing like spoofs in the school, like me falling over, someone just doing a kick ridiculous and falling over. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Milan, you did do exactly what I said. Next time, please go throw it and make that end.
It already happened?
Yes, it did. So hold on. I'll bring it back to that moment. So because it was a very quick moment. I brought no attention to it whatsoever. But
Focus on 1, 2.
secret.
Eyes on who?
You, sir!
Neymar, sorry, this is backling axe kick. Oh, yeah.
Where was it?
Olivia, you were over here. Nandini.
Yeah, it's right here.
Nandini. Ideally, we throw things, we throw this.
It was a great shot.
That was funny.
It's exactly what I asked him to do. I was like, all right, well.
2. Eyes on who?
You, sir!
Neymar, sorry, this is backling axe kick. Oh, yeah. And yeah, 1, 2. Watch out on who? 7 kicks. That's it, sir.
Yes, sir!
Sit. Milan, you did
Alright,
exactly
could
what I
be
said.
wrong. Keep going.
Time, I say what you need. Next one, we bounce our toes, land to jump to a jump. Front leg axe kick, so we do 1, 2 jump. Very important for you, partner. When you do your axe kick, should you land in back or in front? Who thinks in back? Who thinks in front? Okay, so I see a couple of you landing in front, a couple of you are kind of like half landing in back. So the target, when I say landing in front, watch what happens. We're gonna move this, so the target is right over top that red dot. My goal when I kick is to go straight through the dot. Well, I'm seeing a lot of people do it going, I'm pulling it halfway back. I want to think way over, down and through holes right underneath the target. Same thing when I do the jump kick, except it's a jump kick. We'll do our 7 kicks. 1, 2, this is the partner. Go, sit. There we go. Now we found it. See the flashes of the max.
Okay, we can stop it here. All right. Okay, let me bring up your. Okay, let's bring up your film review notes. What's today? Today. Okay, let's go some takeaways. Remember, it's not always like negative. Most times it doesn't have to be negative or positive. It's like whatever we got away from it that we
First takeaway: don't have students throw things at me.
learned.
Um, the energy of the class was very high, so keeping that, especially for the tournament, that powerful focus anchor and keeping that strong, um, that was phenomenal. Number two, making sure if there is a downtime in the class that it's balanced before and after, so that having them come up judging style. The only reason why I think that that's able to work the way it is because before it is very high energy and after it is high energy. So if we went directly from that judging bowing to the mat chat, I think that would make it much like the energy of the class would drop pretty quickly. But if I watch the students when they come in, out, go to the mat chat, then they go to the finisher, like there's a smooth, like there isn't like a lull feeling. And I think that engagement comes from there being the W. Because I've had the experience before when I've done the tournament where if something like that was going on, you could feel sometimes that there would be energy, like that would just start to seep out of the class.
Okay.
Third thing, having something like pre-plan and have a martial arts drill for them to do in line, something that's going to make them stronger as a martial artist. Just making sure that like is in the like there's a plan for them there. Um, I didn't I don't always do that with the skill drills, because the idea of that is to get them fast action to energy, like moving. But I could have, once they got into lines and they started the exercise, the second or third round added something in.
Okay, that's great. I like that. And I just added for next week, I want the film review of the white belt ceremony at the daycare program.
Perfect.
Cool. And then I'll put the recording in here. Okay, great. Thanks for doing that. How do you feel like, oh, let me stop on